Salute, salute. Welcome back to Dumb Crimes and Criminals. I am your host, Rick. You're now tuned in to the funniest true crime podcast in the world. Salute, salute. We are back in the building. Before we jump into the episode, I would like to ask you guys to help me spread the word about the podcast. Okay, tell somebody to tell somebody about the podcast. After the episode, feel free to share it, send it to somebody. Tell them when they get done listening, send it to somebody. It's free promotion. It costs you nothing to help me spread the word about the podcast. Okay, my numbers is growing. I definitely appreciate that. In the show notes will be a link to the network. I definitely appreciate if you tap in with my other podcasts as well. We are in the building. Okay. With that being said, today's episode we're going to Woodsville, Ohio. All right. Been to Ohio before. Have I been to Ohio? Well, I know I drove through Ohio before, but Woodsville, Ohio. That's where today's show is. If anybody is out there listening from Woodsville, Ohio, salute to you. Appreciate you for tapping in. 46-year-old man went to the bank drive-through for a routine transaction. This transaction wasn't routine at all, though. Okay, so my man went to the bank, and when you pull up to the bank, and you get the little plastic tube and all that. Do what you got to do. Put your information in tube. Send the tube back to the teller. Okay. I'm not sure if he was getting money. I'm assuming he was maybe depositing a check or something. I don't understand how this happened, but it happened. Now, my man goes to the bank, gets the tube. Anybody know, when you get that tube, inside that tube is a little piece of paper and a pen for you to fill out whatever you need on the paper, send it back. Okay? So my man pulled up to the drive-thru, got the tube, opened it, pulled out the paper, pulled out the pen, filled out his information, send the tube back to the teller. Here's the thing. When he sent the tube back to the teller, there was a bag of crystal meth in the tube. How does that happen? Hey, yo, listen, the tube is clear. When you go to the bank, it's a clear tube. Am I bugging out? Right? It's a clear tube with only two items in the tube. A pen and a piece of paper for you to write on. How do a bag of crystal meth jump into the tube? How don't you see that? When you put the paper in the tube and close the lid, you clearly can see inside the tube. You didn't notice a bag of crystal meth in the tube? If you can accidentally put a bag of crystal meth in a bank tube, you got a lot going on. You got too much going on. If you don't notice a bag of crystal meth is now in the bank tube, you got a lot going on. I don't know what you got going on in your car. I don't know what you got going on in your mind. But he sent that back to the teller. Okay? Teller go in there. She grabbed the tube, grabbed the paper, whatever. She come across the bag. You already know what she do. I'm calling the cops. She calls the cops. What do the cops do? They come to the bank, check the baggie out, confirm that that is crystal meth in the bag. Okay? We're at a bank. They have his information because clearly he did not stick around. Now, I don't know if he didn't stick around because he realized what happened or if he just, was depositing something and then felt like, I don't know. I don't know like how he left, but he didn't stay because he was later located in Wayne Township. Right? But here's the thing. I'm still hung on the fact that you didn't know that there was a bag of crystal meth in the tube. You understand what I'm saying? Because when they found him, they found other suspected drugs and paraphernalia in his car. So you just got all type of drugs and whatever in your car. Probably so much that you don't even know what's missing, what's fell, whatever, because a whole bag of crystal meth can get inside a tube and you not know. Where was the meth at? You understand what I'm saying? Like, was you filling out the paper with the meth in your hand? Like, that is mind-boggling to me, because how does a baggie just get in the tube? You would have to put the baggie in the tube, no? Or, like, come on, I don't think he was running around with that much drugs in the car that he just sit the baggie on the seat he just sit the tube on the seat and then the baggie just fell into the tube. I don't think that happened. But damn. Because he had drugs and other paraphernalia in the whip when they caught him. And the reason why I'm saying he must have realized that, because he didn't stick around. You know what I'm saying? Because, when people know when they doing something, they ain't sticking around. I had a similar situation one day. I was on my lunch, and I had went to Roy Rogers, right? I pulls up to Roy Rogers, and I hands the lady a 50, right? So it's taking them a while. I'm like, yo, what's going on? They got a 30-minute lunch break, so you gotta time it. And at that time, I'm like, yo, by the time I work down the block. So by the time I get to Roy Rogers, if the line look crazy, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go to Taco Bell. And if Taco Bell look I had to map it out because you only get 30 minutes. Long story short, they was taking a while. I'm like, what's going on? Then they come back to the window like, yo, this is a fake. This money is fake. We can't give it back to you. Now in my mind, I'm like, this ain't fair. Like, I just got paid yesterday. This is not no fake money, right? Like, yo, what? Wait, what's going on? Give me my money. So now I'm thinking it's a mistake. I'm like, listen, I'm coming inside. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm coming inside. See, my man here, he sent the crystal meth and dip. That's why I say I don't know if he knew what was going on or not. You know what I mean? See, me in my mind, I'm thinking this is a mistake. Give me my $50. Because why the hell would I need a fake? Like, I'm not coming to Roy Rogers with a fake 50 trying to get no food. Boom. I come inside. They're like, yeah, it's fake, whatever. I'm like, are you sure? I'm like, listen, man, look, I'm in my work clothes. I work right down the block. I don't need to come in here with no fake money. You know how you got to talk like, yo, what? I ain't got to do da. They like, listen, man, we got to call the cops, whatever. I said, all right, call the cops. I'm going to be here. I call my manager. Listen, I'm down at Roy Rogers. They trying to say I had a fake 20. I'm going to be a couple minutes late. Got that out the way. The cop came in and walked right up to me. So where'd you get this from? And started like, I'm like, yo, hold on, my man. First of all, I don't know what's going on here. They told me that I had a fake 50. I was at the drive-thru. I came inside. We waiting for you. I'm trying to see what's going on. But he approached me like, where'd you get this money from? Got more? Whatever. I'm like, man, first of all, calm down. You're too hostile. I was at the drive-thru. If I was doing something wrong, or if I knew that I gave y'all a fake 50 and they found out, I would have just pulled off. Why am I here? You took like 20 minutes to get here. I waited. I was at the drive-thru. I don't know what's going on. I got jerked out of $50. I'm trying to see what the hell is going on my damn self. Then he started to calm down when he realized the sense I was making. It's like, yo, my man, if I'm doing something illegal, I would have peeled off from the drive-thru. I didn't have to come in here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. I was at the drive-thru. I choose to come inside here. The 50 ended up being fake. I have no idea where it came from. I only went to like one other store. So I'm thinking that when I went to the store the day before, you know what I mean? And I probably broke 100 or something. Because like I said, I just got paid. So, when you first get paid, you have big bills. So I'm thinking when I broke the 100, one of the hundreds that I had, however, whatever, nigga slipped me got slipped a fake 50, man. I don't know how I got it, but they ain't give me the 50 back. That was that. You know what I'm saying? But I came in the store. That's why I told that story, because I came in the store. This dude, he didn't come inside. He didn't stick around or none of that. That's insane. Could you imagine like what you got going on, my man? For you to have crystal meth and send it in a tube and not even know you sent it. That's to me, that's beyond, that's just beyond, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he was arrested, taken to Monroe County Jail. That's a story. What you in for? Yo, went to the bank, went to deposit my paycheck, man, and filled out the little paper, sent the tube back, and had a bag of crystal meth drop in the tube, man. They locked me up. Man, what? Hey, yo. How? 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 How do you explain that to the cops? You ain't even supposed to, it's illegal to have crystal meth. You're done off all around the board. You got an illegal substance you ain't even supposed to have. Gave it to a bank teller. You got caught. You had other drugs and paraphernalia in your car. Now you're locked up, sitting in county jail. Come on. We got to do better. We got to do better, man. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe my man was high. Maybe my man was high. And, not really understanding what's going on. I don't know what his situation was. But in my mind, let's give him the benefit of the doubt and just say he was high. Because I don't see how a baggie fall into the tube and you filling out the paper and all that sitting in the back. I don't see how that happens. Man, say no to drugs, man. Remember the DARE program for school? Say no to drugs, man. You know what I'm saying? And again, man, we're not here to make fun of that because that is an addiction. Drugs is an addiction. But damn, my man. And you know what's crazy? Like, you know how you snap out of something? Like he probably realized when he pressed the button that the baggie was in there and peeled off. You understand what I'm saying? He probably realized after the fact, like, wait, I'm out. He had to. He had to, man. He had to, yo. And there's no return, no stopping that shit. Once you press that button and it shoot back to the teller, there's no stopping it. There's no stopping it. And he knew that. He didn't want to go in there. It's embarrassing. What are you supposed to do? Pull around to the parking lot, go in there. Hey, man, I think I left a bag of crystal meth in the tube. You think you can go grab that for me? He not doing that. He's not doing that. He's embarrassed. You understand what I'm saying? He's embarrassed. He's trying to get out of there. Unfortunately, they had his information. He's not going to be hard to track down. And it's a sad situation because now you're in jail. And you got to tell people that you sent the bag of crystal meth back with your, back to the bank teller at the bank through the tube. You know what I'm saying? That's not a fun story to tell somebody, But yeah, man, that will conclude today's story. I hope he learns from his mistake because that is a mistake not worth going to jail about. You understand what I'm saying? But yes, this is the Dumb Crimes and Criminals podcast. I am your host, Rick. And again, before I go, listen, FTHMedia is the network. Okay? FTHMedia is the network. Dumb Crimes and Criminals, What We Talking About, and Movie Talk. Those are the podcasts on the platform. In the show notes will be a link to that. Hold me down, man. All right? Every time I come on here and record, I see my numbers are going up a little bit. I appreciate that. So if you're listening to this podcast, do me a favor. Support the podcast. All right? Don't just listen and then go on about your business. Support the podcast. All right? Support the podcast. FTHMedia, support the network. We there. We here. We in the building. Let's get it.